Hi guys, the Premier League season is back and it's another season to press Manchester Untitled's neck. But before I go into pressing their neck, here's my prediction on how the table will look come day 38 of the Premier League final day. So stay tuned. And in fact, before we go on, please comment who you think will be the champions this season in the comment section. Let's go. But here's my top 20. For number 20, I have Hull City there. I don't know what they came to the Premier League to do, and they are not reinforcing. I just think they will have the kind of season, what's it called, Wolves had last season. I think they'll have the kind of season. They will manage to get up to 20 points this season. That's for me. The 19th, I have Coventry City. Yes, they have a legend as a manager, but we all know Frank Lampard. He doesn't know how to play the Premier League. I don't know why. He's tried several clubs and he keeps failing. I think he's a good championship manager, but for Premier League, it's way above his league. He needs to go back to the drawing board. So I have Coventry in 19th. For 18th, instead of putting the other promoted team, I think Nottingham Forest will drop. I just feel like Ipswich has reinforced very well. They did what same thing Sunderland did last season. They are the second most in spending as for incoming transfers. So I think they might stay up. I think they will stay up. So for that, I have Nottingham Forest as the 18th. I think the psychology of fighting relegation last season will still affect them this season. And I see them finishing 18th. For my 17th place, that's where I have Ipswich. I feel they will beat the drop. But I might be wrong, who knows? But I just have this feeling that Ipswich, one of the promoted teams, will beat the drop. And I think it will be Ipswich. 16th place is Leeds United. Yes, they are very good at home, but second season syndrome will come for them. I see them, they will survive anyway, but I see them finishing 16th. For my 15th place, I think Crystal Palace will finish 15th. They've lost their manager and they are going to play in Europe. I don't think they have enough squad depth to mitigate Europa League and the Premier League. I know people will say they played Conference League last season. The UEFA Conference League and UEFA Europa League, they're not the same caliber of competition. So you need your first 11 to survive Europa League. So for that reason, I think they'll finish 15th. For 14th place, same reason. I have Sunderland there. They have a very good squad, but they don't have the depth to combine Europa League and Premier League. So I have them finishing 14th. For 13th place is Fulham. They've not done any major reinforcement. I think they will be okay. They are a very good mid-table team. They'll win their home games, might lose away, but I see they will finish 13th. For my 12th place, I think Everton will finish there. They are not doing any major signings to push them for Europa League spots. I think they are just comfortable in the mid-table. Then that leaves 11th. 11th is Brentford. Yes, Brentford will finish there. They have a good structure, but I don't think they have what it takes to make Europe. So this completes the bottom half of the table. So Brentford is winning the bottom half of the table. For the big boys, the top half of the table, yes, I have Brighton finishing 10th. Same reason as Crystal Palace and Sunderland. Brighton doesn't have the depth, but Brighton is a big team. They know how to get results, especially against the big boys. Yes, they've lost their main striker way back, but I think Brighton, their recruitment is always top notch, and I see them finishing 10th. And for ninth place, some people might think I'm wrong, but personally, I would have even put them lower because they've lost a lot of players. They've lost their manager. I think it's Newcastle. I don't know what they're doing in this season. I don't know why they're losing players and losing not buying reinforcement. They're really struggling. Imagine Tonelli moving from Newcastle to Tottenham. So for me, I think they'll finish ninth. They'll be comfortable, but they'll finish ninth. They are still rebuilding. For eighth place is Bournemouth. Same reason. Bournemouth have a very good squad. They have a good squad depth. They've lost their manager. I think they have the squad depth, but playing in Europe might take a toll on them. So I see them finishing far between 10, 9, 8. So 10, 9, 8 can always change, but I feel Bournemouth will edge it and finish 8th. For 7th place, I have Tottenham there. They had a very bad season, yes, last season. But this season, with De Zerbi starting it and the kind of signings they've made, and if they manage to add Osimhen to their ranks, then I think they will jump into top 5. But for now, they don't have any out-and-out striker that will give them those goals. So I see them finishing 7th. Maybe they'll get to play Conference League back in Europe. For 6th place is where I have my favorite team. Manchester Untitled. Yes, Man U will not make top 5 this season. Last season they coasted, no doubt. But this season with Champions League, they played only one game. It's a week last season. They even left the cup early. This season, I think too much fixtures will haunt them. And I don't see Carrick as the honeymoon period is over. Now is the real deal. Let's see what he can do at the start of the season. And I don't even see him finishing this season with Manchester United personally. But let's watch and see. I think Man U will finish 6th. Now is the top 5, the people that will play Champions League come 27-28 season. And for the 5th place, I have my own team, Aston Villa. Yes, we've lost a lot of players, no doubt, but we still have Emery. And if you check the managers in the Premier League this season, I think Emery has scored the second most points among everybody. So I still think the Emery factor will keep us 5th and make us qualify for Champions League. Some of you might feel I'm biased, but this is my own feeling. I know we're going to play in Europe next season, and I know it's going to be Champions League. Yes, we lost Rogers, we're about to lose Watkins, we lost Tillemans, but we'll have capable replacements coming. That mad job boy, mad job go show that Pepe this season, make no worry. Just watch and see. For the 4th place, I have Liverpool. I don't think Irola, what's his name, has what it takes to push for the title. But Liverpool will still be comfortable in fourth. For third place is where I put City. Um, Mesquera is a good manager. He's going to build off all what Pep left behind. So City is already a big team. So it's just lucky walking into it. So I think they will just use that Pep factor to keep pushing. But I don't think it's enough for them to push for the title. For my champions, I will call the champions before the second place. Or in fact, no. For the second place, I have Blues Ndike. Yes, I have Blues finishing second. The only reason I have them finishing second is they're going to play a game a week. I feel if it goes right, they'll finish second. They'll push for the title, but they'll finish second. But the only problem with playing one game a week is squad harmony. Because when all these big boys are sitting on the bench week in, week out, it has a way of disorienting the whole team. But I still feel Blues will push for it. Alonso is a good manager. So if he gets it right, I think I see him finishing second. That leaves Arsenal. Yes, I feel Arsenal, they are the only balanced team going into this season. They still have their squad from last season and they are reinforcing very well. And I heard Arteta saying he wants a left winger, a very good left winger. And if they manage to get that, I think they will dominate this season. Plus, they are the most defensive, solid team in the league this season. So I have Arsenal retaining the title. The banter years are over. I know this will make a lot of people proud, but I see Arsenal retaining the title. So here's my prediction. If you think I got it wrong, please comment to the comment section and tell me where I got it wrong or where you think your team will finish if I had them finishing poorly or better. So thank you very much for staying tuned. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and let's comment. Let's have fun. Thank you.